In this next video, I'm going to go over the article that I created. I've created two articles at this process using the research that I just talked about. And I want to briefly go over the article so you kind of see how they should be structured. Now this article right here, I write them into Notepad just so it's very easy to copy and paste them in there. What you see here, you've got your title of the article. Obviously your title, you really want to have your keyword phrase in there because that's going to help you rank in the search engines. It's going to help you get more traffic for this entire system. So for this article, the keyword phrase is paid surveys for cash. That's kind of the keyword that we'll be focused on. And then I went in and talked kind of about what it is and what I know about it. I used some research from the sales page and just from some different areas and just created several short paragraphs. And that's the best kind of articles you can create, is several short paragraphs of 2 to 3 sentences each. And this article is around 450 or so words, and this is kind of what it looks like. So basically, where it makes sense, I put in the main keyword phrase, but I don't try to stuff it in there. And that's really it in a nutshell. So this is the main keyword phrase. So this is that first article, and here is the second article, article number 2. That keyword phrase here is make money online taking surveys. Discover how you can start today. So this is the second article, that comes up here. So you notice there's a couple different articles that I wrote out for this entire system so that we have two sets of content to utilize for this method. So now you've got two articles targeting two different keyword phrases, so that's going to help you get additional exposure. Obviously you only need one to get started, but the more you have, the more you're going to do, potentially. Now before you copy and paste any of these articles straight from a notepad file, it's highly recommended that you make sure you go to format and make sure word wrap is off, and it's going to look like this. Every single line now becomes a paragraph, but this will really help you when you copy and paste it into the area. That's going to actually show up and actually be very, it's going to look very clean and much cleaner than if it was on word wrap. Otherwise it would kind of wrap things kind of funny. So if you make sure the word wrap is off, it'll help you when you just copy and paste the content straight in there. As far as when you're copying and paste it into the Web 2.0 properties or the article directories, whatever it is that you're going to be doing with the content. So what I recommend you do now is go right on over to ClickBank, because we would need to grab the ClickBank affiliate link. So at this point you should have already set up a ClickBank account, and if you have not yet, make sure you do that. Just go to clickbank.com and choose sign up, or look for somewhere where it says sign up somewhere on their website, because you want to become an affiliate. So you're just going to choose sign up on ClickBank, and I'm just going to go through this again one more time just to make sure you have that down pat. So you're going to see here on this page just some different fields that you need to fill in. Again, very basic information, and just again go through this process. Choose I agree, hit submit, and now you've got your account set up. You should get an email confirmation with your information or your password or your details. Just make sure you go check your email and that you get logged in, or that you understand what your username is at least that you're going to be using. So what you do after that is you go over to the marketplace. This is how you grab your affiliate link. You need to go to marketplace, and you need to choose the product that you are promoting. So I'm just going to go down, and our product's in the money and employment category, so I'm just going to look for the product I happen to be promoting here. So I'm just going to hit go right there, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down here and grab my product here. Let's see, might be on page 2. Let's see. Okay, converting at 1 in 14 hops. That's my product. So once you find your product, you're going to go right where it says create hop link. No matter what product it is that you're promoting, notice where it says create hop link. So that's what I'm going to select, is create hop link. So I've selected create hop link. And what you see here, it's going to ask for your ClickBank name and then a tracking ID. Tracking ID will leave blank just for simplicity's sake, but we're just going to plug in our ClickBank name right here. So I'm just going to copy and paste in my name. Your name could be whatever you want it to be. I just chose random numbers and characters for examples, but you can have yours be whatever you want it to be. Then I'm going to select create. And after I've selected create, what you're going to see here on your screen is, just some examples of some code here. Now what's great about ClickBank is they recently allowed it to kind of make your link a little more secure so people can't steal it. Obviously there's no there's no 100% security here, But I recommend that you just, you're usually going to be just fine by taking this link. Obviously, you can cloak it and do some different things like that. But just for simplicity's sake, for this example, we're going to just mainly be using this link. Now, we talk about later in the series video called, or tinyurl, a service called that you can actually use to shorten your link, and that's going to be completely up to you. But for now, we're just going to copy and paste this link. So you want to copy and paste that link right into like the base of your notepad file, for example. So let's go here to our notepad file, go to format, and let's just copy and paste this in there. So there's one of the links. And then the other thing I would recommend you do is go right in here and, oops, let's just jump right back here to ClickBank, is also grab this code, because this code is going to come in handy when you're using Squidoo and maybe a couple other Web 2.0 properties. This is the HTML code to make you have an HTML style of link. So I'm just going to copy and paste each of these because we're going to come back to these links later on in this entire system. This is the link we're going to need to pull from when you set up like your tinyurl or whatever it is that you use if you want to shorten it. You don't have to. You can be just fine by actually sending people direct through this link. You can still get credit for it and it'll still work just fine. And we're doing this just for simplicity's sake for this system. So again, you're just going to want to copy and paste this link, make sure it's handy so you can quickly and efficiently get that onto the website so you can start making money. Now obviously when you're submitting to the article directories, you're going to want to send them straight to like your Squidoo page, which pre-sells people, and then on that Squidoo page you might have a link to your website, which will be like this link. So the only other thing I recommend you do is that you copy the link one more time and that you just go right up to your browser and you paste it in there just to test it out and make sure it works. And it does, so it takes people right to the offer that I have here. So that's going to work out great, and looks like everything is set up quite nicely. So alright, so that's the entire system for grabbing your affiliate link. That's what the articles look like. We'll go on to the next steps of this entire process for making money with no money down.